All right, guys. Welcome to my stream. You guys can also type your questions in the chat while I'm going over some stuff my week. On the way, we can talk about and trying to answering those questions you guys have. So I'm going to start off talking about my week. Um, I want to show you guys the big names, the big winners I had first, and some of the losers I had. So. Vinyl was one that, if you guys look right here, on the first day it ran. Let's zoom in a little bit over the time frame. So I'm not sure if you guys saw Vinyl earlier this week. This had a move from, it started in the mid fours, and it had spiked to close, tap $6 and came right back down. Now that this was kind of unfortunate, but the main thing I kept this thing on watch. Some people were asking me like, how did I know about Vinos was going to run, or um, why did it look similar to these other plays like OHRP. Um, so because the main thing in common, well, my daily chart. Let's see. Let's go look at the daily right here. My daily chart on this platform isn't really great. It kind of looks skewed. So what you guys see here is not what you usually see. On my other charts, it looks normal, but over here it looks kind of messed up. But it's the same thing, once it gets over a certain level, I mean, there is literally no resistance whatsoever, besides some EMAs. I think the EMA was around. Let's see, it's changed. Actually, it wouldn't even matter. It's kind of messed up, but if you guys see here, it traded in the mid fives right here. It tried to get over it a couple times right here, and this one day, today it went to six. It went to $6, and I'm like, okay, now support is like around the five, in the mid fives. So when this pulled back, when Vinyl pulled back around back under five, it was just kind of hanging around over here, just holding. Despite this really large pullback, this dump, this crash, it held relatively well throughout the day. So I kept this thing on watch, just because of that. People were asking me, this chart looks intraday chart looks so terrible. Pops and it dumps right back down. Um, I don't care how ugly the chart is, or what it looks like. I don't judge. I treat every single chart the same. Um, it doesn't matter intraday. What matters to me is the daily chart, the daily. That's what matters, and that's why I kept it on watch, because I knew the potential it had. Um, so I saw this thing creeping back up. It broke high day on actually very low volume, compared to the last one right here. Very low volume. It halted. I was thinking about chasing up here, but I'm like, no, no, you don't chase. It's one of my rules. I don't care how high or how much potential this thing has. Don't chase, because if you look right here, it might and could definitely might do the same thing, where it goes up and comes right back down. And well, that's exactly what just happened right here. Same exact thing. So I waited and I'm like, okay, great. And I was also thinking about buying the dips over here, but I'm like, no, if you look back here, it might do the same thing. So, and it did exactly the same thing. It did popped and dropped right back down. And I believe this was someone tried to pump this right here, and well, it didn't work out. But hey, it gave me interest, so I kept on watching it. I'm like, wow, this thing came right back up. So I still waited and waited, and I kind of see this thing slowly perking up right here. I saw this little small perk back over view up. I'm like, okay, all right. And in mind, and keep in mind that we're about an hour till close, so we still had about an hour left. I'm like, okay, this within this last hour, if this thing's really strong, this thing could definitely see, up to $8 to $10. So I saw this perk, I saw a dip, waiting for a dip, see what kind of what it does. This is a small confirmation. Well, actually, this was the first confirmation that this thing still had more potential. So when this thing was down over here, like I was like, okay, I'm still watching it, right? But I wasn't like really highly confident. You know, when I saw this big push, okay, then I was like, okay, I'm more convicted. I'm more confident in this play in this setup that's setting up. Came back down. I'm like, okay, and it comes right back over VWAP. Then that's extra confirmation that okay, this thing, definitely could, squeeze over high day. I mean, this thing, could easily run on low volume and see new high day. So, um, consolidating here, I'm like, okay, and I see some bidders right here trying to step up. So I entered right here. I think I bought under 540, 530s around that. Waited for a dip, like it dipped. And I'm okay. This thing is, we still have about maybe 40 minutes left till close. I'm like, okay, this thing, looks like she's about to run. Let's see. I want to go to the 5 minute so you guys can see. So, so right here, this 5 minute was about to close strong above VWAP. So I bought right here, added a little bit more right here, and I didn't get as much size, but I was just testing it. It ended up working out really well. I didn't add too much size. I didn't add too small. So that was my plan. Um, and this thing went, just grinded towards six and just pushed. Um, and I was looking to swing this too. I was looking to swing this. Unfortunately, it didn't open up really strong, but it did have a nice morning spike. So yeah, I got in here in the mid fours and then sold the rest um, at 8. I was looking for dips, but even here for swinging, um, but it didn't work out. I was also looking to add right here um, for a bounce after this massive move. Didn't get that chance, just moved way too quick. So this is a big trade. Made just over 100K on this. So this was almost a $4 per share move. So I capitalized about maybe $3.50 per share on this play. So yeah, these plays you got to be careful on because I mean if you look at the history, it just likes to come up and come right back down. So I just went mid size. I didn't go way too big or didn't size in too much just in case. So this is one of my big trades. See, big stink. You said your account's under 25K. Tough to be profitable. Any tips? Just focus on singles. Just focus on being consistent. That's your number one goal. So don't focus on the big gains, um, or the dollar gains. Don't focus on that. Focus on just staying consistent and playing the best A+ setups. I would look for plays that have big potential with the lowest risk. And if you only need 3 day trades, I think that's plenty. If every single trade you take is high reward and low risk, you would definitely get over 25K really quickly. Um, but if you focus on like little scalps here and there, it's gonna take, you're gonna go through a lot of chop, and it's gonna take much longer to get over that 25k. So just focus on the best setups that have the highest reward, um, and yeah, that have the biggest potential, and just focus on singles. All right. Let's see. Another play. I think I tried PTIX. Let's see. Which one's this one? Okay. So PTIX. This one was looking great for a swing. If you guys look, let me show you guys a daily right here. Okay. So right here, it had closed above this EMA right here. Well, not the EMA, the SMAs. So it closed above all of it, and literally there's no resistance over here once it gets over 4. I was hoping like a gap, like just that over 4 and a move towards 5 and possibly over. We didn't get that at all. I was looking for dips through the day. I added some right here. I was accumulating some in the threes. And then I added more on this dip right here. And this thing went, definitely went. And I was holding overnight. This one, it had a nice move right here, pre-market. And then right here is going up. And this is things, this is where things get a little, really, really tricky right here. So it made these lows right here as like, okay, 360s. Now 360s are my new risks. As this thing moves up, I up my risk every, before my previous risk was probably in the 340s, and then when this goes up, when it hit 370s, my risk was now 360s. In this case, it was looking weak, and it closed below these EMAs. So I'm like, yeah, I'm out. I'm scaling out. Unfortunately, got some slippage right here. This thing just really got, it just crapped on me. So so I got it right here. And then this thing just faded throughout the entire day. But yeah, I stopped out. Well, I didn't stop out at 360 exactly, but that was my risk. It got slippage right here, so this thing just kept tanking. Um, I didn't think it was gonna take this much, but I mean that's crazy. Um, and I lost the bulk of my profits just trying to play it again right here. So, and then I lost most of my profits on this pullback. So also it broke on the low day, which was also pretty bearish, which was around 330s. So that was the swing kind of worked out, but didn't work out as well as I expected. So that was another play. What else? See. I wanna see. Let's do some math real quick. So I haven't done the math real quick on how much I made this week. Let's see. All right, and this week I just been trying to stay consistent and um trying and just adjusting my trading technique. Because usually I don't usually scale it. Well, buy the dips, right? On PTIX I was buying the dips, just trying to dollar cost average, because I saw the potential in the daily chart. Daily chart looked really nice. It was primed for a breakout. It was consolidating for um about a month on the daily, and it looked ready. It really looked good, but didn't work out. So let's see. So on Monday, I made 10,447. Uh, okay, and then Tuesday, 39,000. 017. Wednesday, 73, 822. Thursday, 8939. Okay, and 11, 667. Okay, so this week, I'm up 143,895.60. So yeah, it just under just under 144,000 this week. Not bad. So I messed up on some plays like this. I should have scaled out right here on PTIX in the 380s, maybe even 370s, but I didn't. And I just I was too confident and well, I lost most of my profits on this pullback or on this really kill candle. So that was I was up like around 50k, maybe 70k up here. But I just got dumped on right here. Was too confident. But good thing I didn't hold. When I'm wrong and it broke some under my risk, I stop out. I don't keep holding. Thinking it's gonna bounce right back up. If it breaks down a certain level, my risk, I'm out. I'm done. I can always re-enter, right? And you see what it does after. But if it breaks under my risk, I'm out. No questions asked. No hesitation. I'm not gonna wait for a pullback and wait for it to come back up. I'm not doing that. When I'm wrong, I'm wrong, and I'm gonna be out and save myself from like this massive, you know, just massive drop. So let's see. Let's see if you guys have any questions. Trader. Okay, Trader Tim. My trader named Tim. Alright, Trader Tim. That one got you. Yeah, it definitely got me too. Yeah, setup was definitely there, but just didn't work out. Sometimes the setup might look really, really nice. It might look perfect, you know. Um, but in the stock market, anything can happen, and things. It's just the stock market. Things might just not work out, even though it looks perfect. So, how do you how to deal with buy fear? Um, so Rita, the thing is that you're not confident. You have to, you see those A plus setups, right? I don't know if for me, I have a database. I have charts that I write, take screenshots and then post them on my my notes, and I study them. And when I see them, I become more confident, and I say, okay, this is gonna work out. I'm in. I'm confident. Um, I think you just struggle with confidence. You see a great setup, but you somehow you're still scared, right? Just scale in. Just I don't know, I don't know. Just for example, you size in maybe 10,000 shares. Instead of going 10,000 shares, just try 1,000 or 2,000 shares. Um, you know, and before you get in, have a risk. Before you get in any stock, before you press the buy button, know where you're gonna sell. In case it does not work. So for this, if I were to get in PTIX right here, so this is a very nice flag right here. You guys look, it's a very nice flag. So right here, it was getting tight right here. If I were to get in right here, maybe at maybe 355, my risk would be this previous pullback right here. This trend line right here, the lower trend line, around maybe 340, maybe in the mid 340s. 348, that'll be my risk, and I'll be in at 355. I'll just try 2,000 shares, and if it looks very strong, okay, maybe I'll just buy a little bit more, maybe on this breakout, on this wedge right here, maybe another 3,000 shares, and only 5,000 shares. So just try a little bit. Don't go at really big. Just trade small, okay, and just and just have a feel for it. All right. Um, and you mentioned these A plus setups, so you miss a lot of them. So make sure you still go back to A plus setups, study them, and put them in your notes. So next time when you see that setup live, you know for sure that this is a setup. I've hesitated before, but now I'm going to start going in and start playing them. So you just gotta hop over that fear fence and just become confident. Without confidence, there's no way you can make money in the stock market. There's no way. You need confidence. You shouldn't have fear. So let's see. And you will lose. You will lose, Rita. Okay, you will lose. In the stock market, um, and with any business, you will lose money. You will. If you don't want to lose money, go what I did, what most people do, just they just work a regular job. They won't lose money there. They'll make money, but they won't lose money. But if you want to become successful and um just have the dream job, you need to get over that fear fence, and then you have to be ready to lose, because if you don't lose, you won't learn anything. I think that losing is your greatest teacher. If you always win, I mean, you won't really learn anything. Your biggest teacher are your losers. So look at losing as a good thing. So don't be scared to lose. You know, just if you do lose, you always learn from it and you come back stronger. So don't be scared to lose. Hope that helps. Before you go, I would like to hear your thoughts on expectations on the market strength next week. Next week, I think we're still gonna, I'm not sure. I'm not sure what market you're talking about, like in the like wide spectrum, like in the big market caps. But for small caps, I would say they're still pretty strong. I mean, we're seeing a lot of choppiness still. But we did see some big movers like OHRP that went over 1,000% in a single day. So, you just keep that in mind. There's always a potential for a large mover. So the previous runners that went um like ALF. You guys look over here, ALF. This thing is looking to set up right here. So on the daily right here, it closed very strong. So I'm hoping for maybe like a dip around seven in the mid sevens, and a push towards daily breakout over 920s and over 10. So I'm watching this name for next week. In terms of in the wide spectrum and in the big market strength, I think well just last week, I think Thursday Friday we were seeing some weakness. Um, for me, I don't really pay attention to that. Those are good dips, and if it does dip further, I'll just buy more. For like ETFs, stuff like that. Um, but for small caps, I would say anything is possible. Just a little bit choppiness, but I still think there's some strength. Good strength for next week. Did you buy the rolls yet? Like what do you mean, the Rolls Royce? But no. To answer your question, no. Um, I did buy him like a van. my like he wanted a van so he could travel and go fishing in it. So it was a dream van, so I just got him a van. His van was like too small, so we got him like got him like a nice big van. Terrible week for me, but ended it good by being patient and waiting for a setup. Also check out Wish. Yes, I did check out Wish. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. Let's see. Let's go take a look at Wish again. Yeah, right here. It's coming back to the 8 EMA right here on the daily. I mean, not 8, sorry, 10. And it's looking to potentially break out. The risk would be around maybe I don't know. I don't know. I have to see where it opens tomorrow, but it definitely does look great. It definitely does look great. um, Louis, explain further why it was a terrible week for you. Is there a specific pattern in a sympathy play, or just buy and watch the leader? Uh, so sympathy plays are very easy, but trading them is tough. Sometimes for remember, I don't know if you guys remember, but OHRP and GLTO were sympathies. OHRP was the main runner, and if we go to OHRP right here, or what was it? ORHP? Hold on, I keep always get this messed up. Um, I forgot the ticker. I always get these letters mixed up. OHRP. I'm not sure what the ticker name is. I forgot. I forgot. Hold on. Check my notes. I don't think it's even my notes either. ORPH. Okay. Thank you guys. ORPH. Oh, I mean ORPH. There we go. Let's go back. Nope, not this one. Can put these back. All right. So this was the big move. I'm gonna unlink this and show you guys the GLTO. That was a sympathy play. So let's have a look at that real quick. And I'm just gonna compare you guys where I got in and my thought process and how I traded it with ORPH. So in the beginning, this ORPH, so like let's compare the times right here. So ORPH had ran from 6 to over $10. Let's see, 11. What time was this? 11:52. Wow. I mean, GLTO wasn't even moving at all during ORPH run. It was until after maybe so around 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock. Let's see. Let's go back to 1 o'clock. So 1 o'clock was way over here. So okay. So this thing, really went right here over $20, and this thing went, but it didn't really, follow it, right? And it was it was very choppy right here. It's very choppy right here, despite ORPH just going parabolic. I mean, look at this. It's over 50, and yet ORPH hasn't really moved. Let's see where it really moved. So if you look at ORPH rate, I mean GLTO, where it really moved was 13. So around 2. Um, no, I think it's still 1 o'clock. 150. So 150. So right here, when this thing broke over 50, this thing really started to go. Volume started to increase, and it started, really started to pick it up right here. So, and I still watched it. I actually was playing it over here. I had some shares right here. but it was getting really chopped up right here. So I just let it go and just let it go. So see what it does. So when this dipped, so like if you guys look over here, it's GLTR started to dip right here, right when ORPH was dipping too, and hold on, 14.3. Oh, this is 14.3. So okay, so yeah, so when this thing it was halted up, right? Despite GLTO's pullback, even though ORPH was halted up, is it was weakness. And then 1404 was where I bought. 1404 right here. So I was like, okay, this thing GLTL, this is the dip of opportunity right here. I was waiting for this dip. I was waiting for a good dip. And I was like, okay, if ORPH halted again, I'm buying as much shares as I can. And I bought this entire dip right here, as many shares as I can. And what do you know? It just, well, it halted. It dipped and it halted again. I sold the rest over here. I mean, I'll take $2 a share. I'll take that. Um, and this thing halted down and it came right back up. But I could have made over 100 200k on this thing. But I didn't want to risk it just in case. I'll take $2 shares any day. What are the chances of just getting a very quick $2 move in 10 20 minutes? So I took this and I don't remember how much I made. I think I made 100k. This was over 100k on this thing, I think. Um so so yeah, I was waiting for a dip. So, and I added right when, it confirmed that ORPH halted at the gates and halted up again. That's my cue, my buy signal to start just buying. Like I don't even care what GLTO price is at. I'm gonna buy because ORPH is now looks like heading towards 100. I mean, it didn't hit 100, but it didn't hit 100. But that was my cue. That was my signal to buy. Let's see. Thank you, Richie. You're the greatest. Yeah, no problem. No problem. It was a bad week because I was so impatient by buying the open. Yeah, Louis. I used to have the same problem as you. I used to buy the open, but I always wait now. I always wait. I noticed most of my losers come from just buying at the open. Buying at an open. You're buying a bunch of volatility at the open. There's a bunch of volatility. Most likely it'll pop and then drop right back down. Um. So I always wait for like um a about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes after open, see what it does, and I let the chart do tell me what to do. So buying right at the open, I learned that the hard way. It's just too much of a drama going on right at the open. Just too much things going on. I'd rather just stay on the sidelines and just let them do their thing and see, and then and just see where they're going, and then I enter if there's opportunity. But it's just a mess right at open, so I just never trade right at open. Which I used to do before I had great success, but the market's not as strong. Yeah, that's also a thing too. You know, I I mean it's the same thing I had definitely before. I used to I used to buy it open like some of these patterns they just go straight up. They just go straight up and break over pre-market highs right at open. But they don't always work, and you have to adapt. The market's not always the same. Yeah. Well, okay, you kind of said it yourself too. So yeah, I mean, yeah, you're going through the same thing like I did before, um, and you know what's going on, you know why you're impatient, you're recognizing, that's not working, and you need to adapt. So that's great. Um, Using TRX trend break. TRX. Ooh, this one was another. Hold on. Let's go back. Daily. Oh, this one's another one like GLTO. Kind of. See, I don't know why it's still showing me. Hold on. Why is it show? Okay, there we go. Trend break on TRX. Yeah, I mean, I guess you could say I've been just going flat the entire time. I mean, yeah, it definitely could reverse. Have a small bounce day. You know, after this large pullback, this large dump right here. Um, but I'm not really familiar with these types of trades or these patterns. Yeah, sometimes I do wait for a moment. I usually wait. I usually let it pop. I'll usually let it pop and see where it goes. And if it dips and it still looks strong, I'll buy those dips. So if it does pop and you know I definitely can confirm strength, then I'll wait for a dip next and I'll add on those dips, risking the previous pullback lows. So in case it does go down, I'll stop out at the previous lows. So I'm not too worried. I always have a risk before I enter. Um, the TRX. I mean, I don't know why my daily. I mean, why it looked like it went, but on it looks so small on this chart. So, do you guys have any more questions? When it broke out of the trend line and formed higher low under 7. Trend line. What trend line? I'm not sure. When it broke out of the trend line and formed a higher low under 7. A couple of minutes. Okay. You can kind of see that now. So yeah, my week is uh pretty decent week. Um, I wish I could show you more setups. I mean, what was the other setup? So there's Vino. Um, I already talked about PTIX. I forgot there was another name. I think it's ST something like STS. Uh, I'm not sure. Forgot. STSA. Yeah, it was this one. So there's another wedge pattern right here, guys. I played. This was relatively a low volume, but the daily had some potential right here. If you guys see this triangle right here, I added some on this thing on some of this dip right here. And then added more on this push right here. And definitely broke high day, broke 6. And then it kind of closed. It had a weak break, so I had to stop out the rest under 580s. And this thing just kind of tanked really hard. coming back up steadily because daily does look nice. Got beat down a week ago. Friend of mine has started a new screening strategy this week, but didn't have enough conviction in these moves. Could you give me your insight on how you would play these? Play these Thursday going into Friday. So ENSR. Uh, I'm not sure about the ENSR. I'm not sure about that one. It's not coming up on my screen. I mean, I just see the penny stock, but not ENSR. Yeah. Let's see. MITO Thursday to Friday. Um, so Thursday, it's just a bit too much less. It's like literally. So it has a nice push right here. But it's. I mean, I don't really see a setup right here. I'm just kind of hanging around these EMAs right here. I mean, definitely could have another leg up. It has proven in the past that it could run. It could run. And gap up. But if I were to play this, maybe one in the low 150s, I'll add in the 150s. And risking maybe one. I'll risk. I mean, you're basically risking maybe. I mean, whatever I'm entering at is probably 150, so I'll risk 150, adding maybe in the 150s 3, 154, and just kind of hold this and stopping out 150 if you're looking to swing this. But there's literally no volume right here, and I don't see really any I mean any trend right here. I don't really see anything right here. And the TRCH. Okay, so this definitely does look more better right here. Um, a play that looks more interesting. So Thursday, zoom out a little bit more. Okay, so Thursday right here. So if you see right here, like if you zoom out, some of you guys look at the daily, but also you want to zoom out a little bit more and see where the current price action was trading. So right here, if you guys open this, where's my rectangle? Okay, right here. So you see these lows right here, okay, and then the previous were traded, so maybe like around right here. Okay, so this is the lows, and in the previous it traded back in June 15th. It had definitely some consolidation right here. So a lot of people had some volume right here. Um, and right here it held. It kind of held these levels, and then it closed strong. So kind of gapped up. I had a small dip, and then consolidated right above. So right here, let me crosshairs. So consolidating right here. Um, Now this previous now the new resistance is right here. So around in the mid 50 in the mid sixes. So it's kind of hanging around right here. But it definitely closed strong. It definitely closed strong. Um, so it could definitely see sevens probably next week. But if I were to play this, I probably wouldn't even play this. It's just, I mean, it's just way up here. Maybe down here would have been better. But it's way up here, so something that it's just a bit too extended. I kind of already missed it. CLST. See. Yeah, I did see LKCL. It's looking very nice. Yeah, Harv. Definitely, always zoom back out and just kind of study where it kind of, previous price action and where it, traded it the most. So you kind of know where, people are looking at. Uh, let's see, CLST. Oh, I'm pretty sure you're talking about here. Mm, I don't. Did I play? I don't think I remember playing that. I don't think I played this. I think I did. I think I kind of did. I did remember something about. I mean, I'm not sure. I don't remember. See, can you look at AVGR daily? Let's see. Uh, it's not really any setup right here. I mean, it did run in the past, but I mean, it's riding the 200 EMA right here. So, I mean, if you're gonna be swinging around these prices around $1, I mean, don't expect it to move for a couple days. I mean, it's just been just going flat. It's just been flat right here. If you look at LKCO, I mean, this one looks much better. It actually has like some sort of a pattern right here. So if you look, Rita, so just the lower line and then the higher line right here. So right here. So you see this pattern right here? You see these, moves up, down, moves up and down, and then once it gets over this level right here, now this is a swing right here. You know, I had a position right here under the 140s, some in the 150s, and this was a great play. Um, and I'm hoping for three, maybe $4. So in the next, definitely looking strong. So we see nice ups and downs. If you look at AVGR, I mean, you only see like one up, and then just kind of steadily just goes down. And it's just going sideways. And that's not what you want. It's not really a strong swing. I mean, yes, this could be technically support right here, $1, but this is not much action going on right here for the past few months compared to LKCO, which is much better. Lots of action, up and down, up and down. It's getting very tight. So AVGR, I wouldn't play that one. But this one, like LKCO, looks much better. So, we want to look for these ups and downs. Less, less sideways, more ups and downs, and see a pattern with it. I think that's it. This swing from LKC looks really really nice. I really like this. I think definitely could see tap threes again. If it's really strong, could see fours, but I need to see what it does over three. Has a potential, but need to see what it does at three. All right, guys. I think that's it for the stream. Nearing about an hour, so yeah. I hope you guys learned something. I don't think I talked a lot about some other setups, but as long as you took something from this, I'm on almost every week. and I'll be going over like my week and setups, stuff like that. So IVR, yeah, I did see this one. I did see that. I'm actually I'm actually watching it. This is another good one that's there's potential setting up right here. So I'm also looking at that for just a swing. But yeah, guys, thank you guys for coming on. And for those that missed it or want to watch it again, it's gonna be uploaded on YouTube. So okay, um, yeah, definitely study up, guys, and let's have a great weekend next week. All right, guys, take care.